Good morning, aloha kakahiaka. Figured I'd do another follow-up video while we have this break in the rain. Apparently we're expecting more thunderstorms in the forecast, but right now it is looking all right. Now the flower continues to develop. Looks like it'll be another big bunch. Right now what I'm working on is cleaning our chickens' feeders. So we got the troughs there that go into this system that my daughters and I built. So there's a flipped up roof here, which gives them access to the trough where the feed trays go. It gets pretty muddy and dirty. Got to draw them this way to kind of get them out from underneath. We've had to make some shelter just to kind of give these girls a bit more kind of dry space in this wet weather. You may be able to see that they're kind of in a bog right now, but they don't seem to mind. Probably some of the richest compost, I guess. So I'm sure all this stuff will be useful. Yeah, you girls are hungry, huh? Okay, stand by. So this just goes down like that, flips up like that, goes down like that, keeps them out of the way while I spread their feed. And here's these, I just cleaned them up and get those dried out. Got the feeding troughs in place. This is the feed that we use. We get it from Costco in 50-pound bags. It's an organic egg layer crumble. We find that girls like the crumble. So I just sort of put it in like this. Usually headband is the first chicken. There she is right there, headband. Usually she's the one that is able to figure out how to get on the side. Oh, there she goes. Maybe she's the first to kind of figure out how to gain access to this food. What I normally have to do is kind of get them over to the side here and trick them, I guess. And this flips up. Come on, girls. Come on, girls. Not really working as well as it usually does. Okay, back. There you go. There they are. This feeder system has worked out really well. Before that we had these trays sitting on the ground, and as you might imagine, kind of makes a mess. Let me try to push this one back. Hey, back. Up, back. Off. There you go. Maybe I'll show some of the other things we got going on. Recently, added this plastic bag on top of the water because they would kind of get on top and sometimes poop in their water, and we're trying to avoid that, as well as the side of the container. In rain like this, can get covered in mud and just makes for more cleaning. I'm going to be getting to that next. Got a little bit more kind of cleanup from the banana that was cut down yesterday, which was that stump right there. You can see our homemade nesting box. We use wood pellets, the kind that are used for like wood pellet stoves or barbecues. We found it to be a really cheap, easily accessible, and when it gets wet it just turns into sawdust or absorbs the moisture, and chickens don't seem to mind at all. So here's our most productive kind of banana patches. We've got 1, 2, 3 right here. We were trying to keep the bunchy top from spreading over here, which is mostly spread by ants as far as we understand. And this is our homemade coop, and we added a light with this rainy weather just to hopefully encourage good egg production in the meantime. So we have come to use the chicken poop. I'm going to go over here and open it up from the other side. This mulberry I need to support. So this is my own design. I came up with it just with the materials that we had on hand. Wanted to make it easy to clean out the collection of poop that builds up over here. And then, well, the rains have washed it all away, but usually it just kind of makes a nice pile over there. And we like to scoop that up, let it dry out nicely, kind of compost down, and then we mix that in with our soil mixes. Maybe what I'll do too is kind of feature the differences, get a closer up view of a hermaphrodite flower, which is more considered like a light bulb shape. And we notice that they have a tendency to cluster like this, or that they do cluster like that. And the nodes between leaves tend to be closer. Whereas, so this is looking like another hermaphrodite. And this is too. You can see that light bulb shape. And over here, oh, this is looking to be a hermaphrodite too, actually. So I'm starting to see how the flowers are clustering, but it has greater spacing between the nodes. Could be because this one got less light, so it's had to stretch more in order to get into the light. We have some sweet potato here that mainly we use this little patch for slips, planting slips when we plant out new potatoes or share with people. Our tea leaves again, were here when we got here. We've just, we do use them for cooking again. We use them in the instant pot, like when we're cooking kalo, pressure cooking kalo. Here's a little closer look of the problem we're having here, experiencing with bunchy top, which is, if you're not familiar, I'd suggest looking it up. It's really a problem for commercial banana growers, and really need to do something. We were waiting for the banana there. That one was cut down maybe a week ago, 2 weeks ago, and so now the plan is to remove this whole mat and put something else there, like maybe this mango tree. Again, this is a grafted Fairchild mango. We got it from Frankie's Nursery in Waimanalo, and it's also known to be a condo mango, meaning you can grow it successfully and have pretty good yields of fruit even in a container. So people living in condos or having small spaces to grow have had success with that. We have different papayas that just kind of start up, volunteers. Here's another one. That's a wee apple or V apple. We got also from Frankie's Nursery. We took the protection around it away, and maybe that was premature because the chickens surely love to eat any green thing that they can find. But here's also another example of, I guess, a hermaphrodite flower. This is our homemade rocket stove design. Girls really enjoy that. Doesn't take much wood. We also find putting bones in it breaks it down to where we can use the bone meal dust. So this just opens up on the top. There's the chimney. It's the rocket stove, and really simple design. Using an old barbecue grate down there. And you don't need much wood. It just kind of self-feeds. So here's an example of a female flower. You can see the shape of the papayas even are a bit different. See if I can get up close enough. You can see not quite that light bulb shape, a little bit more elongated. But this one is starting to set fruit. This is its first fruit. And cacao again. We got this from 21 Degree Estates. We had a homeschool group where we went and visited and had a really nice time with the team there. Forgive me, I can't recall their name at the moment. I'm sure my wife could. Yes, this is kind of what we got going on. Have a beautiful day. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below in the comments. Alright, talk to you again soon. Ahui ho, aloha.